October 11th, 2022 is a day I will never forget. I made it to my first ever Major League Baseball postseason game, and my favorite team was playing at home. The New York Yankees took on the Cleveland Guardians for Game 1 of the American League Division Series. There's Aaron Hicks taking BP. I've been to probably a dozen Yankees games throughout my lifetime, but never a game in postseason play. I made it on the scoreboard before the game started, which was very cool. But that was just the start of my unforgettable night. These tickets were actually gifted to me as a surprise, so I got to go. And I, up until the day before, had no idea I was going to see the Yankees play the Guardians in postseason play. Incredible, just absolutely incredible. I got to see the Cleveland Guardians get introduced, the New York Yankees get introduced. That's all the players, all the coaching staff, everyone on the postseason roster. And it was just so cool. Like, I have always wanted to go to a postseason game. Eventually, I want to go to a World Series game and make it to maybe a home run derby and an all-star game as well. So this year was just amazing for me when it comes to baseball and bucket list items. I got to 5 new stadiums over the summer, my first ever postseason game. What a year it was for me in baseball, and I hope to continue on this path to completing my MLB Stadium tour and just checking off so many more things on my bucket list here in 2023. Of course, we got to Yankee Stadium as early as possible. We tried to beat the lines, but you just couldn't. Yankee Stadium was packed, and I absolutely loved it. Like, this place was shaking. Whenever something good happened for the New York Yankees, the crowd erupted. It was loud. It's an experience I will never forget, just being able to hear all that and take in the eruption of all the fans in the sold-out Yankee Stadium. Just, again, a night that really will stick with me for so long. And it being at Yankee Stadium, me witnessing my favorite team play and ultimately win the first game, that just made the experience 10 times better. There were a lot of pregame festivities. Of course, both teams had to get introduced and all their staff. Also, they would bring out the American flag in center field. You could see where everyone is now getting ready for that. But there was additionally a celebrity first pitch, a Yankees celebrity first pitch, and there was a lot of murmurs of who was going to be. Maybe Derek Jeter would come out and make the first pitch of the postseason and of the ALDS for the Yankees, but it was CC Sabathia, Southpaw, number 52, Yankees great, 2009 World Series champion. That was just awesome. There were a bunch of pictures of him and his family down by the field after. But being able to breathe the same air as CC Sabathia and all the Yankees and all the Guardians, just, I was really at a loss for words this entire night. I had such a great time, and everyone was excited to see CC out there. Of course, he's going to throw a strike because that's just what he does. CC Sabathia, I love following him too. Now that he's not playing baseball anymore, like everything that he's up to on social media and all his projects that he's working on, and his son getting ready for like the MLB draft and hoping to make it into Major League Baseball one day, I just think that's so cool. But then here we go. The Yankees out there warming up. They are getting ready for the first game of the American League Division Series. We see Giancarlo Stanton and so many guys walking in towards the dugout. I have a lot of different clips here. This night was crazy. I recorded as much as possible. So actually me going through all the footage to make this video was hard because I had so many clips that I wanted to use. Aaron Judge, that's my MVP. That's my captain. Home run king. And how about this? This was insane. They turned off all the lights, and I loved this. Flashlights started flickering on throughout the entire stadium. There was hype-up music, and again, the crowd went wild. And I think this was the first time I experienced, like, Yankee Stadium rocking. It was nuts. Someone comes out running into the spotlight in center field with the flag, and he's trying to hype everyone up and get this thing going. This was just so cool. Like, I love this experience and this opportunity, and I hope they do this every postseason game, moving forward, or at least every start of a series at home, because this was just something I think a lot of fans would love to witness. And they say it all the time, home field advantage does exist. So when you get the fans hyped up like this and you get everyone on their feet and screaming and clapping and shouting and jumping, that's going to translate into the game, and you're going to hopefully propel the Yankees to do so much better and the Guardians to hopefully do so much worse. And here were the starting lineups. I just think the graphics were awesome, like the red and blue and like the neon. I loved it. But we'll get into the starting lineup for the New York Yankees, as you're starting to see there. Of course, Aaron Judge hit leadoff starting in right field, followed by Anthony Rizzo, who batted second at first base. Gleyber Torres hit third, starting at second base, and your designated hitter was Giancarlo Stanton in cleanup. Oswaldo Cabrera hit fifth starting in left field. Josh Donaldson got the start over at third base. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa would be your starting shortstop, and Jose Trevino behind the plate hit eighth. The one and only Harrison Bader would round out the lineup batting ninth, getting the start in center field, and what a game he would end up having. What a postseason he would end up having for the Yankees. I can't wait to watch him play a full 162 for New York this year. That's going to be great. I love that we have him as our center fielder. And here we go. The Yankees taking the field. The lights coming back on. Garrett Cole getting ready to start ALDS Game 1. Cole would face a Cleveland Guardians lineup that comprised of Stephen Kwan leading off, starting in left field. Rosario at shortstop batted second. Jose Ramirez starting at third base hit third. Then you had Naylor hitting cleanup, starting at first base. Oscar Gonzalez in right field, batting fifth. Andres Jimenez batting sixth, starting at second base. Brennan was your designated hitter. Hedges was behind home plate. And Miles Straw got the start in center field. And Cal Quantrill would get the start for the Guardians, facing off against Garrett Cole. The Yankees went into the bottom of the third, down 1-0, and then Harrison Bader steps in, and he launches one into the stands, a solo home run for our newer center fielder. We got him at the trade deadline for Jordan Montgomery from the St. Louis Cardinals. And me personally at the time did not know what to expect with the trade, but I absolutely loved the energy he brought to the team, and I loved watching him play. Defensively, of course, he's amazing. And then you see this in postseason play, not typically a home run hitter, but coming in clutch in a big moment. And again, the rest of his postseason would be just like this. He had an incredible run. Multiple home runs was a big part of our offense. I was so happy. I loved Harrison Bader stepping in there, tying the game up at 1 apiece. And now this play here was Josh Donaldson. He hit a ball to right field. It bounced off the top of the wall and came back into the field of play. He thought it was a home run, so he was rounding second, getting ready to make his trip around the bases, and it was ruled a fair ball, not a home run. Tagged out in the middle of first and second base, and the fans were not happy. I love Josh Donaldson, but that was rough. He really wasn't hustling to second base, so even if it wasn't a home run, I don't think he would have been safe. But yeah, just kind of tough to watch that happen in postseason play. Jose Trevino steps in, RBI single. We love to see that. And for Trevi right there, that one run that he knocked in came in the bottom of the fifth, which ended up giving the Yankees a 2-1 lead. And just an inning later, we're going to go ahead and we're going to increase that to a 4-1 lead. Anthony Rizzo goes deep, knocks another one off of Cal Quantrill, a 2-run home run. Gives the Yankees a 4-1 lead, and they would not look back. That is your final from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. 4-1, Yankees win. Garrett Cole comes off for the night. Had a great game. Garrett Cole went 6 1/3 innings pitched in the first game of the ALDS, giving up 4 hits and only allowing 1 run, which was earned. It was a solo home run off of the bat of Stephen Kwan. Garrett Cole struck out 8 batters and walked 1. His postseason ERA was 1.42, and he would go on and get the win. Jonathan Loaiza came in to get the hold. Wandy Peralta also got the hold. And then Clay Holmes ended things out for the New York Yankees. You can see his introduction here. Holmes threw 2/3 of an inning. No strikeouts, no runs, no hits. The whole night, the energy at this stadium was unmatched. So much fun. A great baseball game all around. Anthony Rizzo went yard. Harrison Bader went yard. Garrett Cole pitched like the ace we pay him to be. Clay Holmes came in, did not scare us. We won the game 4-1. Game is over right here. That's it. The Yankees take game 1 of the series. It would go on to be a 5-game set. The Yankees win it 3-2. They scared me. I'm not going to lie, they scared me. Games 3 and 4 in the series, I was really nervous for a second. We weren't going to advance, but hey, had to have hope. I believed in them. They came back in Game 5, played strong, made it to the ALCS, and hopefully in 2023 we'll make it further than the American League Championship Series. But the Yankees, the Cleveland Guardians, Game 1, ALDS, postseason play. What an awesome experience for me. I'm so glad I made it to my first ever postseason game, and that it was this one. I had such a great time, and I can't wait for baseball to be back in 2023.